Hola bitches, ¿qué pasa? What's up? This is Drubidu and...
Yeah, brother, this be Soba Oni.
God damn.
Sorry, we're doing shitty accents.
Bad. Mine was good.
Yours was not good.
Was
Get out of here. My Jamaican was spot on.
It was great. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of GNA Podcast with Drubidu and...
Soba Oni, if you couldn't tell from my thick, awesome Jamaican accent.
Yeah, let's go with that. Today was quite the week for anime. Probably like one of the plot twists, greatest plot twists to end all plot twists has taken place.
All right, I think you're hyping it up too much.
Okay, it's not one of the best. No, it's pretty up there. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good plot twist because it was kind of.
I must be thinking of a different plot twist then because.
Oh my god! All right, well, everyone except for Soberoni.
Because if it's a plot twist I'm thinking of, I saw it coming from a mile away. Just saying.
Well, let's just get right into it, please, if you would be so kind.
I will start us off with Boku no Hero Academia. So it picks up with Todoroki and Midoriya just talking in the hallway. Todoroki gives his backstory on why he hates his father so much, and it turns out his father is a massive dick, which was already evident. He married his mother because he did this thing with so-called quirk marriages, where it's basically mixing two people with strong quirks together, and I guess the baby will inherit both quirks, which I'm sure Drew will fill us in from an evolutionary biology standpoint on how overly simplified that biology is. But essentially they wanted to mix their quirks together. His mom hates him because of that, and she's the reason that half his face is burned because she poured scalding water on him because she didn't like that half of his face because it reminded her of his father. So that's a great family dynamic. Meanwhile, Bakugo's listening in on this, and Midoriya just insists that even though that he empathizes with Todoroki's plight, he's not going to give up, and he's still going to try his best to beat him. And then we get some comic relief with Mineta and Kaminari tricking all the girls into wearing cheerleader outfits, which was the highlight of the episode, in my opinion. And then it's unveiled that the last part of the thing, I'm like blanking out now, but the last challenge is going to be a one-on-one tournament with the final 16, 2 of which drop out because they have no memory of what happened during the cavalry race or the cavalry fight, so they feel it would be dishonorable to continue.
Idiots. And
they believe, totally stupid. And they believe it's because of Shinso having some kind of ability that wipes their memories. And of course, it ends up being Midoriya versus Shinso in the first round. And he immediately fucks up by going against what his friend told him, who was brainwashed into saying, I guess it's if you respond to Shinso, he just mind controls you, which sounds broken as shit. So that's where it ends off, with Midoriya being mind controlled in a tournament.
Yeah, that was so like, how do you like? That's like a Naruto thing. That's something I expect from Naruto.
If that's all you have to not do, like, hey, just don't
talk
respond
to him. That.
Yeah.
He literally could
just don't talk to him. He
literally just could have knocked the dude out in like 5 seconds, and that would have been that. But no, he had to pull on Naruto and get all, I'm emotional and I don't really think because I'm whatever. Which kind of got me a little upset because that's the one thing I love about Todoroki. He's actually using his brain.
Yeah, that's like, that was totally out of character for him. Yeah. It really was. Like, through this whole tournament, he's been doing nothing but outsmarting his opponents, and now all of a sudden he just
like found to like the easiest, found to like one of the easiest.
It was way too convenient for the plot.
Yeah,
to go through.
That's the one thing I didn't like about it because it just seems so out of character. Just but yeah, this is definitely like a transition episode from like one thing to another.
I also like Todoroki's motivations because I kind of just expected them to be like a normal teen angst type of thing. Where like, oh, fuck my father. I don't like my father. I'm going to prove him wrong by not using his abilities. But I like the angle of his father just being a huge asshole for legit purposes. Like, he's legitimately upset at his father and has actual reasons to not use that ability.
Yeah, they went very Avatar with his character.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's the new Zuko.
I got strong, yeah.
But he just doesn't use his firebending. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, that's actually very spot on. Well, minus so much anger, but yeah.
Yeah, he's more cool and calm. If you mix Bakugo and him together, then you would get him. But I don't know, I'm kind of liking Todoroki's character. I didn't like him at first, but he's kind of growing on me.
Yeah, I never disliked it, but he's cool, I guess. I did like All Might's short conversation with Endeavor. Also, I don't know why his name is Endeavor. Like, all right.
I'm sure it'll be revealed.
Yeah, right.
All will be revealed.
But yeah, like it's just like very like that very. It's very awkward. It's very awkward even for All Might. Like who's like trying to go push past it, but it's like because they're so like painfully aware of their standings.
He's so tight. He's so salty about being number 2.
and All Might can't say anything because All Might knows. All he could say, he did literally is just bow and say I'm sorry.
Yeah, it like pisses him off more. He's just telling
which
my son is gonna be better than you, and you'll fucking cease to exist. He's like, all right, but you want to get some tea or something?
Fuck your tea. I'm going to the bathroom. That's literally what he said.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, also though, shout out to All Might for, in a weird way, he has his like weird quirks about him, but All Might is kind of classy as fuck. Like,
All Might is legitimately my favorite, like teacher type character. You know how all the shonens have to have their main character has their sensei, Kakashi, Naruto, whatever. He's my favorite one. He's legitimately like my favorite sensei archetype character. He's so awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I like him as much as Midoriya. Probably more.
Yeah, like he's very like he knows how the game is played, but he doesn't like but he's never too like braggadocious or he's very and he's not like humble to the point where he's like, oh well, at the same time I'm not like I'm a total weakling, like he's very humble but not too humble.
He's a good mix of everything. Yeah. He also has weaknesses. Like, he's super powerful, but he has one huge glaring weakness, which a lot of these types of characters usually don't have that weakness.
Yeah.
That apparent weakness, at least. So, I don't know. I just feel like he's extremely relatable.
Yeah, I like him lots. Like that whole exchange with him and Endeavor made me like him a lot more. Even though it was such a small part of the episode. Yeah.
Even the last part of the episode with him talking with Midoriya and trying to hype him up for the tournament was kind of nice too.
Yeah. Because it's like I like how he doesn't coddle him too much, but he doesn't like go all Endeavor on him either.
No, he doesn't like smack him in the face and like try to choke him out or kill him or something. I can only imagine how bad Todoroki was abused.
Yeah, let's ask his left eye.
The only thing I don't like is how the heroes seem to be like either completely super like nice and good, a la All Might, and the comic relief ones like Mount Lady and the rest of them, or they're like assholes to the extreme like Bakugo and Endeavor. I don't know. This feels kind of really polarizing.
There's some that are in between, like Eraser.
I guess like Eraserhead, but I can't really think of anyone else besides him who plays the middle. And he's more just like a spoof on Kakashi. I feel like he's just a Kakashi parody.
Why? Is it because he's covered in bandages and you can only see
because
his
he's
one
covered
eye?
in bandages and he's a teacher and like, he has the same personality.
No, Kashi was definitely more funnier.
A little bit. He's more dry, but he still plays some comedic parts here and there.
Yeah, he's just very like
straight man kind of comedy.
Kashi definitely was more like laid back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anything else? Or are we good?
I think we're good. It's a good transition episode. I'm kind of hyped for the inevitable fights. I'm hyped for the side fights too, like the laser beam dude and the moth girl.
Yeah, like I actually kind of.
Fights.
It's funny enough. I don't want to even see like Midoriya's match because I feel like I know.
That's like win. The least the one I'm. That's the one I'm looking forward to the least. Actually.
Exactly.
So. Yep, that's about it. That's all I gotta say about that episode.
All right, moving on to Attack on Titan. First of all, pause. Ymir is alive? Looks like she was
that kind
dead.
Of ruined the whole emotional build.
I know.
I'm
sorry.
Like,
we thought she was dead and everything. Like, nope, she's just in a coma. Which is still kind of like bad.
Another person in a coma.
Oh, what, you're talking about like Annie?
Yeah, Annie's also in a coma.
Oh, bitch. Essentially,
anyone who can advance the plot is in a coma.
Well, I'd be willing to argue that. So at the beginning, so yeah, that, and then, and I guess not now knowing what I know now, I guess it makes sense. Like Reiner, like literally just starts having like this huge self crisis, like at the beginning of the episode. He's like, oh, I'm so tired and I can't do shit, and it's like, oh, like. I'm so shook from what happened. Oh man, everything's so fucked. Kind of like...
He had this Vietnam PTSD moment.
Yeah, and we're just like, oh, okay. Yeah, and then, oh, what's her face? Historia is all like, oh, she saved us. She's clearly, like, on our side. Like, don't... I don't know, dissect her, please. Or just outright kill her. And then I forget the commander with the glasses on, the female commander. I forget her name. But she's just like, like, we're not outright gonna kill her, but we're gonna restrain her and keep her somewhere where she can't, turn to Titan and kill us all. So they focus on repairing the wall, but Hannes, he informs them that there is no hole to repair. Like apparently the hole just totally disappeared. Yeah, and then Reiner and Bert just kind of dropped the bomb to Eren, like, hey, so we're that Colossus and that giant Titan who destroyed the wall 5 years ago, creating this whole mess.
It was legitimately the least dramatic reveal of all time.
Like
it was literally going on in the background while everyone else was talking. Literally just in the background.
I was like, wait,
the other conversation.
Wait. What? I was like, what is going on? Literally in the middle of conversation. And then he's talking about it. He's like, oh yeah, so just come with us and we should have a conversation. So it's kind of sounding like, oh, like blackmail, like come with us or we're about to fuck your shit up. Meanwhile, Mikasa making one of the, like, I'm talking about like Nina from Code Geass level faces. Where her face looks totally batshit crazy. And I'm like, why is she looking batshit crazy? And it's like, she can't really hear them from here, can she? Like, they're pretty far distant.
Mikasa hears all.
And then they do a flashback, and then they're like, they put two and two together somehow, and then they're like, oh, yeah. Annie, Reiner, and Bert. I just call him Bert for sure. I don't know his full name, nor do I want to. So I'm just calling him Bert.
I'll just call him the Colossus Titan. Is he the Colossus? Yeah, he's the Colossus.
Yeah, ironically, he's the Colossus. Woo!
Ironically, he is one of the poster characters in the series.
So yeah, they were expected them from the beginning. They just didn't know that they were Titans, and so they kind of just dropped the bomb in that very casual conversation. So, and then Eden does a good job playing it off, so he doesn't have to like follow Reiner. At least in my opinion, he's just like, the fuck are you?
Oh, is that how you took that scene?
Huh?
I took it as Eren is just retarded, and he was just like, nah, you guys ain't Titans, guys, come on. No. There's no way my friends could be Titans.
No. He definitely, like, knew something was up, I feel like. And, well, either way, he played, but he did play...
Too much credit there.
Well, okay, maybe he couldn't confirm that, but he definitely knew that he didn't want to follow them anywhere separately.
Yeah.
So he was like, you guys are just fucking around. Let's go back. And I was like, alright, that's good redirection. A+. But then fucking Mikasa was all like... hand on a trigger, ready to kill, and then
you're not bashing Mikasa for one of the most epic moments in the
show. No, I understand it had to happen, but it's like, bitch, like, calm down. Like, you don't have to go all on them. Like, yes, she did cause one of the greatest like moments in anime plot reveals this decade, but. But still, like, she was just like, I hands on the trigger for no reason. And I'm looking at you guys like you're about to kill someone. And then, of course, Rainer's like, oh shit, they know. They know something. And then he's like, and I love how Bert was trying to be like, yeah, we're just totally playing around. We're totally not doing anything wrong, right? Right? No, we're totally cool. I mean, you know, Reiner's just like, it's so weird. It's like, we're watching Reiner's like breakdown of conscience in like real time.
Yeah.
Because he's literally like at a crossroads where he's like, I don't, like, these people are cool, but I don't want to fight them. Like, I think he actually didn't... I think if Eren went with him, I don't think he would have been harmed.
No, but he definitely would have been, like, captured and stuff.
Okay, yeah, he might have been captured, but I don't think he would have been, like, outright killed, because they're definitely, like... I think Reiner was telling some truth. At least he was telling his truth, where he's like, oh, yeah, we're not trying really to, like, kill everyone like that anymore. But yeah, sorry, excuse me. Mikasa fucks all that up, and he's like, "Oh, we know." And then Bert's like, "Are we doing this? Is this happening?" And he's like, "Reiner's like, yeah,
we doing this, bro? We ready?"
Yeah, right. It's like that song, it's going down for real.
Yeah.
Like, that's what played in the background of my head, and it was like happening. And then they transform Henshio into giant titans. It's really giant fucking titans. And then as they transform, one of them grabs Eren. And I thought Eren, like always, is gonna be like, I'm too shocked for what's happening. But no, he's like, I'm actually kind of pissed. Fuck that. And then he transforms, and he's about to land the first punch as the episode ends. Which, by the way, I'm guarantee you he's going to get his ass beat.
Oh no, he's gonna get destroyed.
I'm not even taking Bert into consideration, even though I think he literally could step on him.
First off, if Bert just like evolved, if he just transformed into the Titan on top of the wall, isn't he just gonna destroy that whole section of the wall?
Potentially.
Yeah, no, they're getting their ass kicked.
But Reiner alone, it would probably be enough for Eren. Yeah, and all hell breaks loose. Yeah, that's pretty much the episode. It was
Next episode is gonna be like fucking incredible.
And this one, I feel like this is a good episode too. Like this episode was really good. Like it just kept like for a scene with like no action, it was just so like they were like plot twist and plot twist and plot twist and plot twist. How the fuck are we on episode 6 and this season is so good already?
Because it's only 13 episodes.
Wait, what?
Or 12 episodes.
Is it only?
Yeah, it's only 12 episodes.
Fuck. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, that's why it's getting so hyped so constantly.
I know. I'm just like...
so, like, they gotta make the most of the 12 episodes that they have.
Damn.
No, that episode was hyped, though. I still think... Like, I saw the Reiner thing coming. I guess I didn't care enough about Bert to think if he was a Titan or not. I knew that they were Titans, but I didn't know they were going to be those Titans. And I'm just
confused. Are you saying
you
knew Bert was the Titan?
I mean, I'm not surprised by it, because I knew Reiner was a Titan. He's been throwing away his cards all the fucking season. Ever since he started messing with Connie, I was like, nope, he knows something. He's doing something. He's on to something. And then I saw Ymir transform into a Titan. I'm like, nope, there's no way that Reiner is not a Titan. So, and it makes sense that Bert is there, too, because he's always
just there.
With Reiner there. They might as well be the same character.
Mm.
But
I feel like
I still think
weren't you like
Sasha's
thrown off by the fact that like you saw that flashback of their friend being eaten by one?
Yeah, that's the only thing that throws me off. And apparently, I guess they didn't know that Ymir was a Titan.
Yeah,
because they were kind of shocked by that.
They're probably
too.
Like, oh man, that really fucking sucks. Oh,
and they knew Annie was a Titan. So my guess is that I don't know who the fuck is on whose side. Apparently, all the Titans are not on the same side. There are factions within the Titans, because for Annie, Reiner, and Bert to be on the same side, but Ymir to not be on their side. And I don't know who the Beast Titan side, is on, but they're all different factions. So that's more interesting, I think. Titan War.
Yeah. Oh shit, they definitely took Ymir. They
took Ymir. I'm surprised they didn't take Annie. Like, fucking break into wherever Annie is and take her too.
Man, might as well just...
I kind of want to see Annie and Eren fight the Armored Titan.
But why would Annie fight them?
That'd be better. I don't know. That'd be so cool.
That's never gonna happen.
You never know.
I mean, they could. I feel like maybe like if Reiner finally has to change of heart and he ends up being a good guy, I can see that happening.
I don't want Reiner to be good. I want Annie to be good.
Why do you want Annie to be good?
Because I like Annie. I don't like Reiner.
Why don't you like Reiner?
Because he's whatever. I never really cared for him. He's just PTSD-ridden crazy guy that's just walking around fucking.
Yeah, it's not like he's like responsible for all this, and then
he is. Like, I don't get his objective or anything. Like,
he's a spy. He's a
spy, but for what side? He's just a crazy person to me.
No. Have you not watched any spy movies? Don't you not see how like people can easily like be compromised just because, hey, I grew up to actually like these people, and these people aren't like complete scum. Like, he kind of says that himself in the episode.
I know. He just doesn't, like, I don't know. His character doesn't attract me. If the most amazing thing about him is he's a spy, then whatever. I don't care. I like Annie.
I don't know. He's complex.
Too complex for me, I guess.
Yeah, because you like Annie. Annie was very simple.
That's sarcasm, by the way.
Like, even when, like, I was surprised it was Annie in the sense that she's just so, like, whatever. Like, that's the only thing that surprised me, that it was Annie. It's not like I was blown away, but I was just like, because I knew, I was like, huh, she looks kind of familiar.
I mean, Reiner's, like, he's kind of badass, but he's nowhere near... His personality is not as strong as all the other characters. Like, Ymir has a way stronger personality. I like Ymir better. I like... Annie has a way stronger personality. Mikasa has a way stronger personality. Connie has a way stronger personality. Reiner just always seems to be the guy who's there and just reacts to shit.
Well,
he
doesn't have a
standout moment to me.
That's the whole point of having the surprise. Well, first of all, the whole when he was quote unquote fighting Annie, even though he it was cool at the time before he knew that it was just all like fake, but
even then I wasn't even thinking about that. Like, I forgot that scene even happened. Like, he just, I don't know, he doesn't stick in my mind.
That's the whole point.
I get that's the whole point, but I don't have to like his character because of it.
That's the same reason why I don't like Annie. At least and to me, Annie had even less depth than he did. Even less.
Well, at least Annie was badass, though. She was like a fucking badass. I'll kill everybody and bring them down with me. I'm sticking by my convictions.
Okay, I mean, when he does the
he's just kind of like
are you gonna say the same thing about
flip-flopping,
him when he does the same thing Annie's about to do?
No, because he's not sticking by his convictions. He's just fucking like, oh, I don't know, but they're my friends, but I gotta do my mission, and I gotta be a warrior, but my friends. I'm not interested in that kind of plot. I like Annie for being like, I don't give a fuck if you're my friends. I'm killing all of you.
See, this is another thing. This goes
back to Kuzuno Honkai. I like people who stick with their convictions. I don't like flip-floppers
who humanly, like, in today's world, or in any world, except for the world of anime, do not exist. He likes these pretend characters are just so one-sided and have no depth.
Oh my god.
No complexity. Nothing. Yeah.
And
it sounds familiar?
Complexity.
No. I bet it does.
No, because you can have complexity without being a fucking flip-floppy, watery, neutral character. I don't like neutral characters. That's it. Like, you could be a super complex neutral character. I don't care. I don't like you. You could be a super complex, evil character, too, and I'll probably like you. It's just, I just don't like neutral characters. They bother me.
He's not neutral. He's kidnapping Eren and about to fuck everyone up.
His personality is neutral. Up until this point, he was not a player in the game. He was not important. He had no standout moments. There was no character building.
Neither did Annie until she literally became a Titan.
Annie was badass from the get-go. Annie was badass in the training camp. Annie was badass when she was a Titan. Annie was badass when they were looking for her and trying to trick her into admitting she was a Titan. She's consistently a badass.
Fine. You're right. You know what? You're right. I can't. I won't. I rescind that statement. She was. Fair enough. Well, I like him.
He just hasn't done enough for me to like him.
I liked him because he was very... I like him because he was just very nice.
Well, that's why I like Connie, because he's very nice.
He just seemed very dependable. I just he.
Well, we know not to depend on you on your taste for who's dependable or not.
He is dependable. I can depend on him.
He's a dependable trader.
I can depend on him to kill some people. Right. I can depend on him to kill some people next episode. All right, let's move on.
Was this your episode of the week, by the way?
Oh, yes, this was my episode of the week. Definitely.
Okay.
100%.
It wasn't Danmachi?
We'll get to that when we get to that. But speaking of people's episodes of the week.
Yeah, speaking of episodes of the week, we have mine in Eromanga Sensei.
Oh.
Okay. So, Izumi and Saigiri are just working together on he has to put a proposal for the new manuscript that he's working on. So he's with her in her room chilling. She shows him some of her new art. And, alright, so this moment is kind of I'm getting kind of creepy vibes from him at this point, where she shows him art of a girl that she wants to do for his novel, and then he's like, oh, she's really sexy, but you can make her sexier and cuter if you just make her look like you, essentially. So, I don't know, he has some serious sexual harassment on his sister. And then Elf shows up because she's trying to escape from, I guess it's her company, trying to send people to monitor her and make sure she writes. So she jumps from the window and Izumi catches her. And to thank him, she shows him how to do a proposal correctly, and ends up getting along with Saigiri to the point that they start playing games together, and to the point where she makes her flasher so she can draw her panties and get better at art, because that's how art works. And then eventually Elf is captured, and Izumi's impressed by the artwork that Saigiri creates and wants her to do more like that. But she gets in this rut where she's only able to do loli art, and she insists that she needs to see the panties of an older woman to kind of get out, or more well-endowed woman to get out of her rut. So she tries to make her brother into like a literal sexual predator to go hunt for her and get some girl who will flash her. So Megumi ends up calling right on cue.
Thank God.
He is shocked. She's shocked that Sagiri made a friend before she became friends with her and wants to meet with Izumi at the bookstore to go over a plan on how they can get Sagiri to be friends with her. And he also wants to get the bookstore girl to flash Sagiri. And that's the end of the episode.
Can I just say, literally, even though Megumi came at like the last part, she still was just so great.
That's the thing. Like, all these characters are so great. Like, every character, I can't think of one character I don't like from there. Even the bookstore girl,
I know you like her after this episode.
Like, they're all great characters, and they have such good chemistry with each other.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. Oh my god. And I just love, literally, maybe she just has such great lines. Like, she has, like, at the end, she's like, oh, now I can finally read all these creepy otaku books. And everyone's just like, oh, bitch, what'd you just say? She's so great. I love Megumi.
This is why I loved Ori Emo so much too, is because all the characters. It's not necessarily the plot is like, oh my god, the plot is so great, but the character lines and their interactions are so unique and well written that it's just different. It feels like a lot more natural as opposed to most anime writing. Like, the characters just feel more natural and they feel more real. Like, Megumi seems like a girl I would probably run into.
Yeah, if she was like maybe a little bit older.
Maybe a little bit older. I don't know. Kids are growing up fast.
I don't know. Like, no, I can imagine. Unfortunately, where we come from, I can definitely imagine a 13-year-old saying this.
Yes. Yep. And it kind of runs the. It goes contrary to what you see in most anime. Like, they wouldn't have a 13-year-old girl unless it's well, I guess this is a comedy, but even then, it's against the norm to have such a lewd 13-year-old girl in anime, as risque as most anime are.
Yeah. Which is why which is why I love her. Although, yeah, like, that's the only thing that, like, the only thing that irks me about this episode. I'm like, yeah, this is getting really, like, creepy. Like it's like some brother sister tag team of crazy perverts. Like,
by creepy you mean awesome.
Creepy, asking girls to finding random girls, bringing it to your sister so they can flash her is
the best plot device ever.
Is one way to get to foster care. and or jail.
I do have to say though that the fan service in the show is really, really, like, classy. It's nice, subtle, classy fan
like,
service.
This is the kind of thing me as a gay man I can, like, enjoy without getting too grossed out.
Yeah, I think if you go to the spectrums, it's like you have Queen's Blade, which is we're just gonna flash tits and ass in your face every 5 seconds. And then you have shows like this, which are just like, there'll be a nice, like, leg shot here and there, but it's not too in your face, and it's mostly, any of the actual lewd stuff will be mostly aimed at comedy, so it's not too outwardly, like, appalling or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's very subtle. It's very subtle and classy.
It's not, like, in your face every second. Like, all the sexual stuff, like, I prefer they say them with, like, their words or in jokes, as opposed to just, like, oh, here's my pussy.
Yeah. There's also the, I liked how Sayuri's personality changed so drastically when she has the mask on.
Yeah, she turned into a total fucking pervert. Like, what I was so shocked. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Mask Sagiri is my favorite. If we're going into very specific characters, I guess her with the mask on is my favorite character now. If only for how in-your-face obscene she is.
Also, more Toradora just in your face at the end.
Oh yeah, Toradora just it wasn't even a reference. This was just a straight up like, hey, remember Taiga from
Yeah,
Toradora?
exactly. Wait, is it made
Remember
by the same
Shauna
people?
from Shikuga no Shana? I don't was it done by A1 Pictures? Let me look it up. It's been so long. We need a season 2.
It's never happening.
We need a spin-off.
Never happening. She's already pregnant with a kid.
I feel ashamed for not knowing who the animation studio behind one of my favorite anime of all time is. Nope, JC Staff. Why did I not remember it was JC Staff?
Wow.
Nope, I guess they're just...
I guess they're buddy-buddy. They must be really buddy-buddy
Yeah.
if they can just, hey, can I just reference Toradora in anime? Yeah, sure.
I mean, they do the same thing with Sword Art Online and stuff is just being referenced. I don't know if the A1 Pictures also does Sword Art Online. I don't think they do.
Yeah. Oh no, this is a good episode. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
like
I'm
now,
really
like, as of
looking.
now, like I was kind of like, I was grouping it with lesser shows before in my mind. But now it's definitely moving on up.
Yeah. The only hang up I have is I'm not clear on the dynamic between Izumi and Sagiri. Like,
I think that's the whole point.
yeah, I get that's the point where it's like, it is unclear, but even to that point, they're not making it... Like, there's times where he just outwardly is like, I love you. But then he's like, but, you know, we're brother and sister, so I don't really love you.
Oh,
but then I also love...
No,
like,
he's clearly, like, lying. Like, he's definitely, like...
Yeah.
Her, but he's just trying to say that to save face, because he thinks that she is in love with someone else.
Even though it's clear that she's completely... That she calls him out on it in the beginning of the episode.
Oh, yeah, with the loudspeaker. That was so obnoxious.
That was actually a cute scene where he's like, I love you. And I'm like, oh, that's a way to start off an episode.
Yeah, right? I was like, what?
And then she's just all like cute and like, oh my god. And he's like, but it could never be because you love someone.
Yeah, and we're brother and sister, right?
And we're
right,
brother and sister.
Right.
Right, sure, right. Oh, but then 5 minutes later, you should draw the girl sexier like you know.
Because in his mind, I think he's, like, rejected by her, so he's just, like, you know, just, like, existing with her, but not trying to, like, be too much, even though, obviously, that fails.
Yeah. It's a good... It's, at least we have our good plot, point and stuff.
Yeah.
So, alright.
Speaking of lesser anime... Danmachi. Oh. Okay, so let's see what happens here. The episode starts off with some like dude about to have sex with some woman, but
Good start to an episode.
yeah, it was good until she kind of kills him. You're straight up.
It's somebody's fetish somewhere.
Yeah, right. And then Ice has like a dream. Oh, I forgot what she had a dream of. I think it was a dream like with her mother or some mother like figure. It was like reading to her, I think.
I completely forgot that scene.
Yeah, it was very small. She finally gets her sword back. And her original sword cost, like, for it to be repaired, it cost 40 million vials. And this is, like, literally the first time I actually, like, any reaction from her. Like, this is the first time, like, her...
This is the first scene where she actually had a reaction.
I know, she's like, mind you, it's definitely, like, that typical, like, deadpan face that she always has, but it's, like... It's like with some tone to it, like, oh, deadpan as in like, oh shit, like I own a lot of money. So she plans to go to dungeon so she can farm some money. Let's see. Yeah, the whole gang essentially goes, or most of the gang, minus the dog boy, Beat, whatever his name is.
I think it's just Bete, but nah.
Betty-san. So they arrive to a town that's like between levels or dungeons, and they happen to they discover the murder scene. It's like everyone's all like, oh, about it because he was like a level 4 adventurer.
Which is high in this world, apparently.
Yeah. At the same time, Loki asks Bet to, what's the word I'm looking for? Escort her down to the sewers to investigate. Excuse me, the monster attacks from last episode. Was the last episode? It was, right? Monsterphilia?
With what?
Monsterphilia.
Yeah, that was last episode.
So Boris gets back to the murder scene. Boris gets suspicious of the girls. He's like, "Did you do it? Did you do it?" That was a pretty funny scene. Oh yeah, back to the sewers. Bet and Loki encounter like the monsters from the plant monsters from last episode. And
snakes.
And after Bet kills the plant snakes, Loki makes the observation that it's the same stone that came from the monsters from episode 1. I think is she the one who makes that observation?
I think so. Yeah. Or him. I forget.
I'm thinking maybe it might be him because he's the one who actually spot both. But an observation,
irrelevant.
Yeah, observation based excuse me. Then, as they're just taking a stroll, they run into Dionysus. I think that's his name. The blonde dude god.
That was evil, quote unquote.
Yeah, they ran into him, and then Beth is like, your son was also in the sewers.
That could mean anything.
Yeah, apparently that is literally his excuse. He's like, oh yeah, I was just investigating the sewers too, Apparently these monsters, they killed people from his familia, and he claims that Uranus was behind Monsterphilia and behind the death of his behind the death of his children. I don't know why it took me so long to get that out. Question: have we met Uranus?
No,
we haven't. Okay, that's what I thought. Back to murder scene. As there's a scene where he's like, well, to find out who this girl is who's just who killed the guy, time to strip search everyone. And all the guys are like, yeah, sexual harassment. All the girls are like, fuck that. Then there's one like wolf girl who like runs away, and then Ice and Lethea are like, that's suspicious. Let's catch suspicious woman.
She was the most suspicious character of all, like any suspicious thing you could possibly do. She was doing.
Like, Jesus. Like probably more suspicious than a Unabomber. Anyways, so they find this girl. Her name's Laloon. And she was given a quest to pick up a package from Hashana, who was the guy who was killed, I believe.
Yeah.
And she still has said package. So now she's wrapped up in all this, and she's kind of scared for her life. They're like, "Oh, what is this?" And
it's like a little fetus.
There's a little fetus. It's like it's like Envy from Brotherhood, from Alchemist Brotherhood, in like its nasty fetus form. right? Yes.
Well, some people here have not seen Fullmetal Alchemist, so...
Spoiler, no. If you haven't watched it, then that's on you for depriving yourself of a good fucking anime. Also, said people won't have any idea what the fuck I'm talking about when I say that.
I swear, I'm the only one in the world who hasn't watched it.
Oh,
so
you haven't watched? Oh, well, yeah, you're stupid.
Mm.
I'm sorry. It's a great anime. Like, you literally have no reason not to watch it.
My mom has literally watched it.
Wait, what?
My mom watched it. I haven't watched it yet.
That's crazy. You definitely need
to
watch. Like, there's no reason for it. It's literally an amazing, amazing anime. So much.
I know. It probably is one of the best anime of all time. I still have
arguably one of the best. Yeah.
One of these days.
That, like, actually upsets me. Like, it actually upsets me. Because, I'm sorry, guys, we're going to go on a tangent. But this is the guy who tells me what to watch and when to watch it. So, and when he's like, oh
I
my
make
God.
suggestions.
Okay, he doesn't, like, I'm just saying, like...
I don't show up in your house.
Yeah, he doesn't, like, make me watch
it.
anything. But he, like, tells me what's good. My point is, 8 out of 10 times, it's usually something that I like. So, my point is, like, he actually has decent taste in anime. So with that being said,
I'm not saying I shouldn't watch it. I should watch it. I probably will love Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. I probably will, like, give it a 10 out of 10. But you know what?
No, you probably won't.
It'll enjoy.
No, it won't. It doesn't have enough fan service. 9 out of 10.
No, yeah, that's totally my criteria for... I mean, I'll give Clannad a 10 out of 10 that has, like, no fan service.
Clannad is special. Clannad is special. Yeah,
anyway,
go watch it.
Going back to the not as good anime.
Thank you, yeah. Watch it, please. God. Yeah. After they reveal the monster, Ice loses her shit, freaks out, and... she's just like, oh God, what's going on? And then some guy with, like, a mask on his face, I believe, he, like, plays some whistle, and then those monsters, the snake, the garden snake, plant snakes, they pop out all around her. And yeah, I believe that's where the episode ends.
Because there are no other enemies that they can fight. It is just this fucking snake. That is it. The only one the only design they can afford in this show is just garden snake.
I'm like, yeah, can we get some new monsters? Can we go back to the Minotaurs?
Yeah, I was about to say, if it's not a Minotaur or one of these snake things, then it doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah. So, despite how much I was shitting on it when I was talking to Silveroni before we started, it's actually, like, a lot did happen. It just, to me, once again, it just felt like, it just feels empty. Like, I can't exactly, like, explain it.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like its own standalone show. It really feels like a yeah, it's a spin-off, but it really feels like a spin-off. Like, even if you've never seen it and you didn't know it's a spin-off, you'd be like, I bet this is a spin-off or something, because it feels so B-team. Yeah. Yeah, it feels really, really like this is not our best effort.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, I definitely get that impression. Like, I always feel like something's, like, lacking when I watch it. I'm just, even with all the stuff that happened in this episode, it just seems like it feels like it's almost like a filler episode of something. Like, this is like it feels like it's like a filler episode of
It'd be interesting to watch these side by side. Like, watch the first season and this. Like, every other episode you switch between them or something. Mm-hmm. I wonder how well they'll match up.
I don't know. I'm tempted to do that. Maybe, probably not, but probably not. But yeah, that's all I have to say about this show.
I liked the diverging stories. That was kind of cool. Like having Loki and Bete go into the sewers and investigate while Eyes and the rest of them were in the dungeon.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean, it was an alright episode. It was not had a good balance of comedy and, like, plot stuff.
That's true. I'll give it that, but I won't give it anything else. Moving on.
Moving on, we have Aranai Boken. This actually was almost my episode of the week. This actually beat out Attack on Titan for if I was doing like an episode ranking. But episode 5. So Akane shows up just in time to save Seiji and stop Shikimi. And Shikimi just kind of reveals that, or Akane rather reveals that Shikimi is her cousin. And then they fight, but Shikimi overpowers her with like her ability to create these unbreakable spiderweb thread things. And then she just ties Akane to a wall and starts torturing her. And especially since she's immortal now, she's just like, having the time of her life. But she says that the more important thing is that she wants to essentially just break Akane's shit. So she starts trying to break Seiji. Akane freaks out. And she especially freaks out when Shikimi tries to reveal that there's like more to the family. And Akane just doesn't want Seiji to know what the fuck's going on at all. And in the middle of all this, Guri just shows up in this fucking crab outfit. Oh like out of nowhere. Breaks down the wall. Hey guys, here I am in my crab outfit. And then Shikimi just reveals she's the one who stole Guri's phone from the last episode and wants her to add her to the like love octagon that they have going on so that she can be immortal too. And Guri just is like, nope, can't do that because I can sense that you have no love for anybody, so not adding you. And then she just fucks off and leaves and releases them because she gets called away by her aunt. But somehow Seiji ends up dying and going to heaven, and then they start freaking out over it, and to the point where they start freaking out, like, Guri, I think it's Guri, who suggests that they should, wake him up with a kiss, like in Sleeping Beauty or whatever. And so they try to argue over who should kiss him. Meanwhile, Seiji ends up meeting God, who turns out to be Guri's father and the devil, apparently, about what they want out of Seiji and Guri's relationship. And that was pretty much the entire episode. It started out pretty serious and ended on a pretty lighthearted note. Also, it made Guri a lot better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like the God character. God character was very funny.
Yeah, they did a good job of portraying God as basically a
older,
nonchalant, older dude who just doesn't care much.
You mean an older man version of Guri?
Yeah, pretty much. Also, I liked how Guri got some character development. Like, she's smarter than she lets on, because she clearly knew where Seiji was and why he was there. And she clearly knew why she couldn't give Shikimi the immortality.
Yeah, she was like, "You are empty." I'm like, damn, girl.
So they added a good amount of depth to Guri's character. And that was a good plot twist, in my opinion, have her be God's daughter.
Yeah, I didn't see, to me, well, because, I'm an actual Christian. When he said that, oh, that's my daughter, I'm like, oh yeah, because we're all God's children. But then it took me like halfway through, and I'm like, oh, he's really like God, like she's God's literal daughter. God.
Also, Shikimi's fucking crazy. It's an astute observation, I know. Not everyone catches on to that, but she's fucking crazy.
Just a little bit. I think she's just misunderstood.
Oh yeah, totally misunderstood. Her love is pure. But aside from her craziness, I don't really like her character. I hope she's not the main villain because I don't know. I just feel like she's like a one-shot kind of one-note villain where it's just like, I'm fucking crazy and I like to torture people. Later. She doesn't strike me as somebody who's like really
like has an end game in sight.
Like has an end game or is really super intelligent, and she's not main villain material.
Yeah. No.
And I like how the episode set up the whole Akane's family having. First off, everyone in her family has some kind of power, so that's established now. for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty much. They referenced it before. At first, for some reason, I thought Yuzu was like an angel. At first,
Yeah, I thought Yuzu was an angel or some kind of exception or something. But now that, even Shikimi has the power, and they went on about how, Akane's gotten weaker and she's not really using her power. So I'm assuming Akane has some kind of power too, besides just being crazy yandere who just assassinates everyone. So there's definitely more to the whole family dynamic, which I think is a good plot. Like, this show has a lot more to it for what it is. Like, there's a good plot, there's good actual morals to the episodes, and the characters are pretty well developed.
Yeah, agreed. Except with one exception, which is gonna be ironic.
Seiji?
I feel like no, not even Seiji. I mean, that's expected almost in like a harem anime. But Akane, I think they could do more for Akane. Like
this episode did a little bit for her.
It did a little bit for her, but it also did a little bit for Yuzu, and it did a little bit for everyone. Like, it did more for Goody, in my opinion, than it did for Akane.
Yeah, it did way more for Goody than anybody else. Like, but I have a feeling Akane's time to shine will be soon.
Yeah, I just need
the way
to have
that it's set up.
Episode, because like all these people are actual characters, and she just feels like she's a caricature, like a hi, I'm crazy obsessive yandere girl. I'm a ripoff number 500.
She's not in it as much either. Really weird, because I thought she could be like for all she's set up as the main girl.
Yeah, she's not.
She's not. She does not have as much screen time as the other two.
I'm not a huge fan of that, because I feel like I could actually like her.
Well, I can kind of like all the. I'm liking.
I don't dislike.
Yeah, I'm liking all the characters in this.
I don't dislike any of them, but I feel like I could really like her.
Yeah.
Because she's like Yuno, like if Yuno was like in a comedy. So, and that, to me, that whole premise is hysterical.
Future Diary wasn't a comedy. Truly, you jest, sir. Yeah, no, it was a great episode. I'm looking forward to seeing how it pans out. And I'm glad it sticks with the comedy feel while still managing to make, a serious episode here and there.
Agreed. Next is
Speaking of serious episodes.
Jinno Guardian. Episode 6 of Jinno Guardian. So, the kidnapping commences. And he's like, I'm gonna rescue Rikure, and of course he then gets like the shit stomped out of him.
Who could have seen that coming?
Right. And then Suji's like, "Wait, I got your money. Wait, I'll be right back." And he runs up to get the money. He's like, "I could save her with all this game money." Oh my god, how stupid is he? I'll just save her with this game money inside a game. It's like me taking all my gil from Final Fantasy and trying to pay off my student loans. It doesn't work like that.
Maybe they're big grave whatever was it Gravebuster?
Gravebuster.
Yeah, maybe they're big Gravebuster fans and they'll trade accounts or something. They can use all that in-game gold to buy some fucking clothes for their avatar.
Yeah, I doubt it. But also, I love how in the kidnapping scene, literally everyone just watches it happen. That's like a huge thing for me. Literally, there's just a crowd of people just watching her get kidnapped, as if like they're like acting as if this is just like a scene playing out, like, or some people are just having a fight. I'm like, everyone, a crime is happening. A crime is actually happening in front of everyone. You guys are all just watching it happen. Like, I'm pretty sure they. What's that thing in psychology? It's like bystander complex. I think it's something like that.
Is it the one where everyone assumes someone else is doing something exactly, so they don't do it?
Does anything exactly.
Yeah.
It's literally what happened, and they all watched her get kidnapped. Like, and it was even worse because someone was doing something. So it's like,
Not much.
Yeah, well, it wasn't much. But they still all just stood there, and I'm just like, what the heck is going on? Oh, that really pissed me off. Like, God, I was just so like, why? Why were you even there to begin with? Like, in this scene, if you're just all gonna watch her get kidnapped. Anyways, chase scene commences where somehow Seiji can get on his bike and, like, reach 60 miles an hour on a highway.
Maybe they were going really slow.
Yeah, on a highway.
An empty highway, mind you.
An empty highway, yeah, just going. He just catches up to them at a car that's probably going 50, 60 miles per hour. But, and then, like, they have, like, some hard scene, like, the heartfelt scene where it's like, I'll rescue you. And he's like, oh my God, save me. I'll rescue you. Save me, rescue you, save me. And then, clearly me and the driver were sharing the same sentiments because he was like, I too am tired of this shit. And he just slows down and he just knocks the other guy over. And Seiji literally eats shit. The animation for that scene literally top 3.
They had, like, their whole budget go to, we gotta make sure we animate the scene where Seiji busts his ass to, like, the nth degree. We need to fucking go UFO cable level animation on this.
He needs to just be bouncing infinitely. I'm like, without a helmet, he would be dead. There's no mistake about it. He would be dead if not in a coma or suffering from brain damage. Absolutely. Like, that was like some Dragon Ball Z falling. Like, it was really intense. Also really hysterical. Funny, it's probably my favorite scene from the game. I mean, the episode.
the anime.
Yeah. The anime, really?
The entire anime.
The entire anime.
That was the best scene so far in this entire anime.
So then he tries to catch up to him. I love how this whole scene, like, from her getting kidnapped to the chase scene, literally goes from, like, day to evening, like, in one go. Like, I'm like, how long did all this take to happen? Like, did they wait like an hour for him to get the money? Like,
it's Persona time. You do one thing, it takes a whole fucking day.
So, finally catches up to the car. Only find the car, like, is, like, flipped over. The 2 guys are, like, beaten up. And this guy named Silicon is like, hey, if you want to see Riku again, I'll see you in Gravebusters. And Riku is kidnapped again.
She is the most damsel in distress I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Her whole character is just, help me, I'm in distress.
Yeah, like,
feel sorry for me.
My father died. I'm in debt. I'm getting kidnapped. I'll probably be pimped out. Oh, nope, scratch that.
My father died and I was double kidnapped.
And now I'm stuck in a video game. Like, it's too much. It's too much. Last scene. I say Seiji. Jin? No, Suijin.
Yeah.
Suijin. Thanks.
Suijin.
He's in bed, and some girl named... He's, like, trying to get Gravebusters to work. And then some girl named Twin Star appears out of nowhere, and she's like, hey, I'm fan service. Time to transport you into the game. And then they're in some desert area. Twin Star ends up being a trap.
De-digivolving. He goes back to baby form.
And then there's this giant monster that wakes up and is about to kill them. And that is the end of that episode.
And it, you forgot the part where it introduces, like, 10 new villains in, like, a montage.
Oh, you know those 3 guys, like...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. fun fact, guys, Grave Busters is a whole game about grave robbing because that's not disrespectful in any sense of the word. But all
Nope.
right.
Can't wait for that to come out in America.
You do, right? That's great graves. Extra points if you go to the historically Jewish land sites.
Yeah. Also, it feels like this episode kind of was like the actual start of the series.
Yeah.
Which leads me to believe this is not going to be 12 or 13 episodes. This is going to be legitimately like a long series.
Yeah, we were like predicting
at least
like,
24.
Yeah, we were predicting like maybe like 52-ish.
Yeah, 24 to 52 episodes, which I guess makes the 13 minutes episodes a lot more forgiving. Like if they're this long, if the series is going to be this long.
Yeah, I told him like what I was telling Silveroni earlier, like I can withstand like 10 minutes of like crazy random shit happening. Like it's enough to fill up like my BS meter, but not go overboard and make me angry. Like it's enough. I'm just like, okay, a lot of crazy stuff's happening. Whatever, I'm going with it because it's only 10 minutes of it, so I'm fine. As opposed to like if I had to sit through all of this, it was like episode 3. Like I'd be like, oh my god, what is going on? I'm so miserable. Da da da. So I think this is like a good call. Well, no, I wouldn't say it's a good call. I'm just saying that it wasn't a good call. It wasn't a bad. It wasn't a good call. It was a bad call. But like their pacing is like, it's in a way that I can understand. It's just very unorthodox.
If it kind of evens out its pacing and it goes to 52 episodes, because then again, if you think of it, I'm trying to think of it as if this was a regular 20-minute episode series. So you'd figure 2 episodes would equal 1 regular length episode. So 52 episodes would equal what? A little bit more than 25 episodes of a regular series. And I think that's right about how long the series should be. Yeah. Because, I mean, that's assuming it is 52 episodes. If it's 24 episodes, I still think that that's too short of a series for such a like an ambitiously large-scale plot as this, with so much shit happening all over the place. Like, I don't even know who the enemy is, and we're on episode 7.
It's Precious.
So, episode 6. Oh, yeah, Precious, right, whatever the fuck that means. So, I mean, if we're just getting introduced to the bad guys and we're on episode 6, this needs to be a 52-episode series. It can't be... If it's 24, it's way too short, and the pacing is all over the place. If it's 52, which is about 25 regular episodes for a regular show, regular pacing, I think that it'll even out, and it'll be, honestly, a lot better than I was thinking it would be.
Yeah.
So the question is, if it does turn out to be however many episodes, are you planning on keep watching it?
Why this question directed towards me?
Well, because, alright, I'll answer it first then. I think if, at the pace it's going, if it continues past this season, which I guess it will, I think I'll keep watching it, even if it ends up at 52 episodes.
It's just one of those
assuming
things.
it doesn't go too off the rails.
Yeah, like, if it's good, then yeah, I'll keep watching it. Like, that's it. That's the answer.
Thanks for the insight.
No
Very
problem.
astute opinion.
Yeah, that's literally it. If I enjoy it, I'll
if it's good, I'll watch it.
If it's not, I won't.
Alright.
Moving on. Last but certainly not least.
Last but not least, we have Alice to Zoroku, which, by the way, there won't be an Alice to Zoroku episode next week. There actually probably won't be a lot of things next week because Golden Week, I believe. I don't know how many shows that impacts.
Oh, that's right.
Like, by the time we're recording this, the next week, quote-unquote, episodes of Alice to Zoroku happened already, and it was a recap episode. So...
Yeah, we're never
going
to go over recapping episodes.
We're not recapping a recap episode.
We already do that.
We don't do recapception.
Just watch our channel.
Watch the other 5 episodes of the podcast for your recap. So, anyway, this week's episode, Alice to Zoroku, episode 5. Yamada and Mini C's fight on a freighter over Sana continues. And it looks like Yamada has this really stupid OP ability that allows her to summon... At first, it looks like she's just summoning war equipment. Like, she basically says something like, calls out a device name, like device number 58 or whatever. and it summons whatever item, I guess, corresponds to that device, and she starts summoning things like machine guns, but then even more obscure things, like she summons a Trojan horse, she summons a chess piece. I'm wondering if she can just summon nukes. I'm like... But, so they have, like, this really intense battle, like, super hardcore battle. Eventually we find out Mini C can make her hands invisible, and, like, you know, like Alpha and Lead. So we have Lucy, essentially, versus this, versus this girl just summoning machine guns and all this other broken shit. I was literally like, oh, this is just Lucy versus Homura at this point. The fight was really, really good until for some weird ass reason in the middle of the fight, this weird Snickers ad just starts playing. And I'm like, wow, why would they just put a Snickers ad in the middle of this fight? So weird.
You're not to yourself when you don't have a Snickers.
So that happens, and then it just cuts back to the fight. Where Mini C eventually captures Yamada and forces Yamada to open device number 1, which she says her single-digit devices are her, like, strongest ones. And she just transforms into, like, this maid magical girl thing. And she just has, like, a duster and a parasol, and she just, with that, manages to beat the shit out of...
You don't even see what happens. You just see, like, a giant, like, you just see a giant explosion, and then Mini C is just on the
shit
ground.
Happens. And she just wins and arrests Mini C. And we have like this minor flashback of her watching this TV anime while she's asleep or whatever, and it's playing in the background with the maid magical girl that she ends up becoming just playing on the TV. And she kind of implies that, oh, I just woke up with these powers one day and I was watching this anime before I went to sleep. So it kind of puts a weird spin on it where it's like, oh, these powers must have some... Like, they never outright said it in the show, but it's like, you're kind of thinking, well, these powers must have some kind of intrinsic, like, you know, they're related to the character's, you know, like, they're personifications of something from the character. Like, Mini C has her husband's arms. You're kind of wondering how Sana's powers are kind of working. But nope, it's just like a random... At least from Yamada's point of view, it looks like it's just like, I just woke up with these random powers.
Maybe no I think she like watched. I think she was a fan of the show, but
maybe she was. But even if that's the case, it's not like there's no deep existential meaning to the power. There's like, I was a fan of the show and I'm a magical girl.
Also, Sana and her powers. She's ground zero, so she doesn't. I don't think she doesn't have any like rhyme or reason for her power. She can literally do anything she wants.
Pretty much, but it's just I maybe it was just me thinking it, but I was like, maybe there's some kind of like meaning to, like, if you experience some extreme trauma, you get these powers or something. But nope, you just get the powers.
You know what? I'm not complaining. If I woke up with powers from Madoka or even Magical Girl Raising Project, even if I had to go around dressed as a magical girl, I wouldn't care. You know, I'm just like, hey, anyone who can make fun of me, well, I'll just kill them.
It ends with Mini C being arrested. The police, like SWAT, shows up and arrests the evil guy with the twins and the little kid. And they're like, oh, and the whole organization was dismantled and everything is nice now. And we have this little nice, cute slice of life moment with Sana and Zoroku.
Oh, yeah, so nice.
Sanae, and it's like, oh, well, that ends. It literally looked like the ending of the series, but obviously, you know, I don't think it's gonna end there. Hopefully, we see more of that guy and the organization and the twins, because it was way too convenient of a wrap up.
No, it's just gonna be slice of life from now on.
No, yeah, now it's gonna be slice of life, all happy all the time. No, there's definitely some shit going on. I expect some shit to happen, if not next episode, then the episode after. And what was some shit? Oh, I kind of felt bad for Mini C in the end. Like, she's kind of depressed. Like, oh, my husband! I'll never get to see my husband again. And yeah, she's a shitty person, but she's a really, really good waifu. So, at the end of the day,
What the fuck are you saying?
Is she a bad person?
What the
No.
fuck are you saying? Like,
She's a loyal and dedicated
like,
waifu who just wants to
like,
who just wants to be with her husband. So at the end of the day, who were the bad guys?
Still her.
Was it Mini C? I don't think it was.
Definitely. Well,
I don't think it was.
No, it was. She's just sad that her husband, that doesn't, doesn't really justify you terrorizing a child and literally just abusing
Does it
her.
though?
No.
Does it?
No.
Alright.
No.
Alright. We all have our opinions. I think she's a loyal, dedicated waifu.
You can't be loyal to that man. You can't be loyal to that man. I'm sorry. I mean, you can be
direct all your hate comments at Drooby Doo.
I mean, do I like her as a character? Sure, because she's just so beautifully messed up.
Yeah, I think she's a good villainous character.
Yeah. Very. No. I was gonna say very Joker-esque or Harley Quinn-ish, and I'm like, no.
Not that well.
Like
that.
I mean, I think it's that level of crazy, just different direction of crazy. When your grief turns you into a psycho, kind of crazy.
Also, I think we got to address that. I think that this show is being funded by unhealthy American eating interests. Is there some kind of lobby?
Oh my
in Japan
god! Are we about to reference the Donathans? The Donathans episode at the beginning, whatchamacallit, Sanae and Zoroku's friend are eating, and I'm like, Donathans, and I'm like, what's a Donathans?
I didn't even notice that part. I was just talking about the Snickers and Carl's Jr. stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm honestly at this point, what's the next ad that's gonna pop up in the show?
The next thing you can see, Zoku's gonna come home, and then there's Sana and Cece chilling, just eating Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut. No, I was like, oh man, next episode Sana's gonna be in a fight, and Yama's like, here, take this, it'll rejuvenate you, and she'll just toss her a Four Loko and a Baconator. What? Sorry, we gotta go with unhealthy eating here.
Oh god.
How do you have Snickers as a sponsor? How do you, as a Japanese anime, have a Snickers and Carlos Jr. as your
It's
sponsor?
filmed by JC Staff. They're really powerful now.
They're really powerful, apparently.
They're really powerful. They know what the deal is.
Oh my god. Can't wait for the Sonics ad.
And you know they're getting good money for those very easy placements.
Oh
too.
yeah. Can I get a Super Bowl commercial of Alice Zoroku? Can it go both ways? Can I get some anime ads in my American shows?
All with subs, please. All right. Enough about this waifu and food commercial.
That was this episode, waifu and food episode.
Title. If you enjoyed talking about such unimportant things as we have, by all means, comment, like, and subscribe. We really appreciate the support. Also, if you haven't, please check out Silveroni's Persona 5 playthrough. It is fun. Watch out for his upcoming amazing accents. Clearly.
Oh god, no. Clearly. If you enjoyed my Jamaican accent at the beginning of this episode, you can only look forward to more. And that was my best accent, so you have a lot to look forward to.
So painful. As someone who is whose fans are Jamaican, that hurt. That hurt me. That hurt me.
I'm tempted to do another Jamaican accent, but
I mean, you can. I'm probably just gonna be laughing at you the entire time. But yeah.
No, I'll save all my accents for Persona. I gotta record that right after this.
But yeah, if that's what you are into, then by all means check him out. Also, look out for some of my Pokemon Showdown videos that should be going up this week. And I guarantee you there won't be any accents. Just a whole lot of rage. And well, anything left to say? Any last words?
Nope. No final words this week. Just
right.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Alright guys, well, we are signing off. And until next time, bye.
Later.